Well, alrighty then. It seems like, well, tributes are going up for the young Charlie Kirk who was assassinated just a few short days ago, and bikers across America are riding for him. Today's story, Bikers Ride for Charlie Kirk, as tributes erupt across the United States while his family plans for his memorial. And the right has been absolutely crushed by this assassination. And political assassinations are not new in the country. They've been going on for a long time. But whenever one happens or is attempted, but especially when they occur, it is devastating, absolutely devastating for the movement and for the people that are affected by it. So we're going to take a look at that and the repercussions that have followed. And also, in another story, alleged members of the Outlaws Motorcycle Club has unwittingly given up the names, addresses, I believe phone numbers, and aliases of every high-ranking Outlaws member in at least the United States of America. Crazy how that one occurred. So those are the two stories for this morning. We'll be right back in 1 minute and 7 seconds with our story, Bikers Ride for Charlie Kirk, as tributes erupt, and our breaking story about the alleged Outlaws member who unwittingly gave up everybody's information. Back in 1 minute and 7 seconds.
Black Dragon Biker News. He's on YouTube. Black Dragon Biker News. Get yourself educated by his books and you'll learn how to move. Black Dragon Biker News. He covers it all. So click on the screen, hit subscribe and get updated Biker News with MC Protocol. A lot of phonies popped up when this YouTube Biker News craze came about, but the man on this channel is the first to do it and the only one that never sold out. His name is Black Dragon. Started in the day, Reverend Uncle Sam. They traded that uniform for leather vest from the mighty Black Sabbath. Not the band, I'm talking about the mighty Black Sabbath MC. Where he paid his dues and he earned his stripes for the prospect all the way up to national peace. All the copycat creators and the content stealers and haters, there have been many, but there's only one larger than life. Black Michael with the cowboy hat that knows kung fu and says kick can. Black Dragon Biker News. He's on YouTube. Black Dragon Biker News. Just self-educated by his books and you'll learn how to move. Black Dragon Biker News. He covers it all. So click on the screen, hit subscribe and get updated Biker News with MC Protocol.
Wow. Alrighty then. Alrighty then. It's your boy Black Dragon. Who is it? It's your boy Black Dragon. And welcome to Black Dragon Biker News, the Black Dragon Biker News Network. Biker news you can trust. Biker news you can use. Biker news from a biker's point of view. And I would also like to take the time to introduce us being the only biker news and motorcycle club protocol channel in the world with our very own Dr. Logic in the house.
What's up, everybody? What's up, Black Dragon?
What's up, man? What's up? How are you? Man, that is so quiet. That headset is so quiet, man. We can't even hear your ass. That headset, quiet, man. I don't hear no wind blowing. You don't even sound like, maybe that's a green screen behind you, and you're not even really on a motorcycle. It's not real.
You said a green screen behind me?
Yeah, that's a green screen, and you're in the studio acting like you're riding. because, bro, we
Oh,
don't hear
okay.
a damn thing. We don't hear. Oh, got a little something to drink on there. Look at you, just riding your couch across America. Isn't it beautiful? I love it. Hey, I got to take a moment out, and this is going to be a sad moment for me. I hope I can hold it together. Please forgive me if I can't hold it together. The mighty Black Sabbath Motorcycle Club Nation is absolutely going to be or in mourning. We have lost a pillar in in our society. Her name is Swisher. And this is, it's hard, very hard pressed to find a picture of her by herself. She is or was the embodiment of what it is to be a family member and a female leader in the Black Sabbath Motorcycle Club Nation. She was it. She was the glue that helped hold me together as a national president. She would spend hours on the phone with me, calling me, talking to me, telling me just wisdom things like only a mother can tell you, only a sister can tell you. If you ever see a picture, like if you go on her Facebook page, you'll never find you. It's just hard to find a picture of her alone because she was always about family. She was always about the commitment to her husband. She was always about the love of her daughter and her family. Just nothing but family, family, family. I grew up in that child. That child grew up in. I was in her household for 14 years, watching her grow up and go off to college and everything. This family was everything in my life. And Deidre Swisher Hill.
Sorry to hear about that, bro.
What she did that was amazing in the motorcycle club world is she was when we brought the Macon chapter on, which became one of our biggest chapters. When we brought the Macon chapter on, we brought it under the leadership of ISIS here and Swisher and this is Swisher here. So they came in as goddesses, which was we had an auxiliary and we changed the auxiliary, or we added to the women's auxiliary. We called them the Black Sabbath goddesses, and they were the goddesses of the cross. All these women eventually wound up getting motorcycles, and when they got motorcycles, we decided to make them the Sisters of the Cross Motorcycle Club under the Black Sabbath Nation. And Swisher and these ladies, under the leadership of ISIS, they began riding these motorcycles across the country, bro, and they were out riding the damn men. They had the biggest bikes, they had the baddest Harleys, road glides, everything, you name it. And these ladies were out there riding, and they were riding hard. And they rode just with the passion. They started the Black Sabbath Junior Goddesses and the Black Sabbath Junior program, and they brought their families to the nation. And she would, this was her with her daughter and her bike. They had the baddest bikes out there, bro, and they just gave us everything. They just gave us everything, and she was forefront in that. But what she would do is talk to me and just whenever she would remove from me my tendencies to be an asshole. Every time I was gonna do some asshole kind of thing, she would be on the phone with me saying no, and this is why you shouldn't. And she always extolled me to be the better person that I could be. One of the first members and leaders of the Sisters of the Cross of the Black Sabbath MC. And I am going to miss you with all my heart and soul. So she left this life too soon. But anyway, good job. Good job, lady. She went on to found the Iron Gems Motorcycle Club with all the ladies, and they really did huge things, but she always did big things. And always, the thing about her that you can most remember is love, 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 love. Everything about her was love. So, all right, that's that this morning for that. In any event, my producer's in the background saying, "Take a breath." So let me also take a drink. And swallow down that lump in my throat. Anyway, on to the next story. And you know, death is tough. Death is tough for us all. And the right wing is really experiencing a tragedy of their own. And it has taken a lot of people by storm. I was up in Helen, Georgia this weekend, and there's a lot of bikers that ride up there. T and I went up to Helen for like we're spending a lot more time together. And that happens, I guess, after you get engaged, you spend time together, quality time. And so we were up there, and we ran into some cool motorcycle clubs. We ran into the Satadura. I didn't even know they were in Georgia. Satadura One Percenters were up there. We ran into Red Rum Motorcycle Club, and it's really cool. Wherever I go where bikers are, everybody, so many people know me as I'm just walking around like, oh my goodness. And so when I was up there, we noticed a lot of people that were really talking about this. This is really a big thing. A lot of people feel robbed and cheated. Bikers ride for Charlie Kirk as tributes erupt across the United States while his family plans his memorial. Hundreds of bikers have embarked on a memorial ride for Charlie Kirk as vigils continued across the United States following his assassination on Wednesday. I don't know how many of you saw the raw images of his assassination, but the raw images I saw on TikTok, not TikTok, but on X.com, formerly known as Twitter. And that is the places that is the place where you can see any damn thing out there. Gary, it was an illness that took her away from here. It was an illness and very, very sudden, unexpected illness that took her away. I'm sorry about that. I didn't explain that. It took her very suddenly, and they took her off life support yesterday at about 6:00 p.m. So it was, back to this story. It was quite tough. If you didn't see the raw footage was just where, like I said, you can see anything on X, and he's sitting there taking questions. He's exchanging with a guy, and they're talking about, if I remember right, they were talking about violence in the streets or something, if I can remember right. And he was exchanging back with a guy, and they were talking about some sort of violent thing or something. I'm trying to remember exactly what it was. And then next thing you know, you just hear a pop, and almost like and I wasn't really paying the closest attention. I was just kind of you know how you scroll, and it just took me by surprise how sudden it was. And I looked up, because like if you were anybody, you were looking away, you heard this pop and this like gasp, and I looked, and blood was coming out of what seemed to be his neck to me. It was just spurting out, and I thought to myself, there's no hope for that guy. They were debating gun violence. Thank you, Mr. Jones. I remember they were debating something. It was live on YouTube. I did not know that. Dwayne Martin says the day the world went silent. That has happened many times, and unfortunately, and every time it happens, like when it happened to Martin Luther King, it was the day the world went silent. And I absolutely agree that that's exactly how it feels if you have lost someone, and someone that you followed and admired. It's the day the world went silent for you. And I just learned this weekend that his wife and his 1-year-old baby were in the crowd as well. Thank you, Gogglebox, for that, or Google Box maybe. And I can't imagine, I'm glad the child was only one. A 3 or 4-year-old seeing that could I don't know that a 1-year-old would remember, but a 3 or 4-year-old seeing that could be just destroyed forever. But to watch this, it's just it was just horrendous. So in Rogue Valley, Oregon, several hundred motorcycles, cars, tow trucks, and other vehicles assembled at a Walmart parking lot to begin the memorial ride for slain Turning Point USA founder Charlie Kirk, who was gunned down while hosting a debate event at Utah College on Wednesday. And like I said, he was answering a guy's question about gun violence when just this shot just rang out like pow. And here you got some people standing over a bridge. The memorial ride was initially set to involve fewer than 24 bikers, but by 12:30 p.m. on Saturday, more than 500 had gathered. The Rogue Valley Times reports people arrived decked out in American flags, T-shirts, and holding banners and signs of support of Kirk. At one point, an SUV drove past the crowd and a person yelled, "F Charlie Kirk." Brittany Holland, who helped organize the event, responded with, "We'll pray for you," which was a very classy response. All of these people have shirts on that say, "I am Charlie." That's how closely they identified with him. Across Illinois, Kirk's birth state, his supporters gathered in his honor. Mourners in Park Ridge lined a road as they donned Kirk T-shirts and waved American flags. This is what it looked like. If you guys can see it, let me enlarge this for your telephones. As we move forward into the story, so that's there was like 4 pages of the story. Let's go. Okay, so here you can see people riding, and that they must be shooting them down from the bridge. Hundreds of bikers rode in the memorial, in the memory of Charlie Kirk, as vigils took place across the country. Vigils and memorial events in honor of Charlie Kirk continued to erupt across the United States in the wake of the conservative activists' assassination. During an event at a Utah college on Wednesday in Arizona, where Kirk lived with his family, hundreds of motorcycles rode through the valley on Saturday to honor the late Turning Point USA founder. The 31-year-old's body was returned to the state via the vice president's Air Force Two plane on Thursday. I don't think I knew that there was an Air Force Two. I've only ever heard of Air Force One. I didn't know there was an Air Force Two. As vigils pop up across the country, Kirk's family is planning his official memorial. It is set to be held at the State Farm Stadium in Glendale on September 21st, which is going to be about a week. And I think that place can hold like 60,000 people. The venue, can seat more than 60,000 people. Details of Kirk's memorial were announced on social media by Turning Point USA, who invited the public to celebrate his remarkable life and enduring legacy. So that place is going to be packed. I bet you it'll be full. There will be people that can't even get in there. As Charlie Kirk's family plans his funeral, vigils for the late Turning Point USA founder continue to pop up. And here's a picture of more people riding. They're decked out in American flags, and they're riding motorcycles. In Arizona, where the conservative activist lived with his wife, Erica, and their 2 young children, hundreds of bikers gathered on Saturday for the memorial ride. Here's more pictures of the ride. People cruised down SR 51 and circled the headquarters of Kirk's organization, Turning Point USA, which he founded at just 18 years old in 2012. One biker said they joined the ride just to show support for somebody who did not deserve what happened to him. So they had people who didn't even really know him. They just joined to support that because, who deserves to be shot down in the middle of a speech somewhere? He told Fox 10, it's not about the political left. It's not about the political right. This person that joined just to support. He said, it's not about the political left, not about the political right. He spoke his truth, and he was killed for it. and it doesn't matter what side of the spectrum you're on, you still have the freedom to feel the way you feel. You have the freedom to voice it, but you don't have the freedom or right to force your views on another person or take another person's life because of it, or I'll add this, or because of their views. Another biker recalled how she had been out for a ride when she discovered that Kirk had been fatally shot. I was saddened, she said, very saddened, and also in shock, she said. So, those were, and I put that thing on silent and it still rang. Hundreds of bikers embarked on the memorial. Here's more bikers on the bridge, on another bridge perhaps, and they're adorned in flags, and they have their flags, and there's their Trump flags, and just flags and hats. I see this looks like a military guy or a former military guy. Here you have the pictures of children in the vigil holding candles. Everybody seems to have some form of an American flag on them. And they also, the children have candles, and everybody's hands are over their hearts. Their right hands are over their hearts, even the little babies. Several candlelight vigils have also been held in memory of Kirk. This is looks like some kind of a stadium. In Tennessee, a tribute to the 31-year-old was on display on the Jumbotron before a NASCAR Cup Series auto race. NASCAR driver Christopher Bell dedicated his NASCAR Cup Series victory at Bristol Motor Speedway to Kirk. This one's for Charlie, Bell said, as this continues. And this is the fourth page. This is the last page of this. Hundreds of bikers embarked. Okay, so here is a picture of him, American hero, victorious. She has a Trump shirt on. Everybody's got these flags with them. On Friday, authorities identified the man accused of killing Kirk as 22-year-old Tyler Robinson. He was taken into custody late Thursday night, nearly 36 hours after Kirk's murder. They found him. His own dad turned him in, as you guys may know. We got him, said Utah Governor Spencer Cox told reporters at a news conference announcing the arrest of Robinson. Here we have a picture of a memorial set up, an impromptu memorial, obviously, with, flags and everything, all kinds of tributes, flowers for my listening audience. And there are people surrounding it and taking pictures and that sort of thing. Cox said a family member of Robinson's reached out to a friend who contacted authorities with information that Robinson had confessed or implied that he carried out the shooting. I want to thank the family members of Tyler Robinson who did the right thing, he said. Here we have pictures at night. These tributes went into the night, it appears. Robinson was being held Friday. This is Robinson, the shooter, was being held Friday at the Utah County Jail. He is arrested on suspicion of aggravated murder, felony discharge of a firearm, causing serious bodily harm, obstruction of justice charges. According to a court affidavit, a judge ordered that he be held without bond. Of course, he ordered that. And they're talking about the death penalty from moment one, from day one. They're talking about the death penalty. I think this guy will wind up paying the ultimate price for that decision that he made to carry that out. Also, there were some stories about him here where they say that his friends expected him to be a billionaire before he was 25 years old, or by the time he was 25, but instead he spiraled into darkness. It turns out that he comes from a Republican Christian, a conservative Republican Christian home, Christian background, and that's why his father turned him in. The friends expected that he would be a billionaire by 25, but instead they are today coming into terms with how 3 years before he reached such an achievement, he went from a talented scholarship winner to America's Most Wanted. It doesn't take long for people to become radicalized. I saw one on our channel Friday who just came on calling us all kinds of N-words and everything like that. And when I look back into his background, the guy can't be more than like 21. When I went back and looked at his background 3 or 4 years ago, He's just a blonde-haired, blue-eyed kid in high school looking like he's got all the promise in the world. Now he's a 1%er with a diamond and calling everybody N-words and all this kind of stuff. You guys saw Friday, that guy and all the silliness he was up to. But I was wondering, like, where did the hate come from? Like, we didn't do anything to his ass. We never messed with him. We never did anything to him. We never caused any reason for him to be on there. The radicalization of these young people is just crazy. And when they hit this radicalism, it doesn't matter what side they're on. They're scary. I mean, the guy threatened our lives on here. He said show up in his town. He even sent his address, and we were like, "Gee, bro, what exactly did we do to cause all that hatred?" So hatred is alive in this country, and I don't know where it's headed. So many people seem to want something horrible, and I don't know, man. It's quite scary out there. You on, preacher? You still with us? I've been talking a while.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah, so
I'm listening.
Absolutely crazy. You remember that guy that came on Friday? Or were you here for that? Preacher?
I remember it.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Quite scary, wasn't it? Like, geez, what the hell's wrong with that guy? So yeah, when these people turn, man, when they turn into these crazy folks, bro, you just don't know what's going on. You don't know what's going on with them, except that they want to hurt somebody and they don't care who they hurt, and just as long as they can get their point across. I don't think it should rise to that, but that's what seems to be going on. He went from a Talmud scholarship winner to this person that's been accused of the worst crime. Neighbors and old friends in the conservative heartland of southern Utah have been left reeling, struggling to reconcile the smiling boy next door they knew with the man now branded as a murderer. Raised in a God-fearing Republican household, Robinson grew up in the tight-knit city of St. George, a place where families worship, hunt, and raise their children to play by the rules. His childhood was stitched together with comic books, video games, and Sunday services. You don't expect that person to be on a rooftop somewhere trying to kill somebody. Meanwhile, Erica Kirk had an emotional explanation for Charlie's death to their daughter. So this is the picture of the guy, and there's a whole lot going on with that. But tributes, bikers, this is a biker show, so it's interesting to know. I thought you guys might want to know that bikers across the country are paying tribute as that moves forward. And what we have to do is we have to figure out a way to stop the radicalization of these young people, because it's absolutely freaking crazy. And anyway, Slidell, Louisiana had put together a ride for Charlie. They were expecting maybe a couple of dozen people. It ended with over 1,000 riders, says Alan. Oh my goodness, De Laune. You must be down there. You must be down there in Louisiana. De Laune. I hope I said that name right. I know I didn't. Black Warrior Spirit, just modern day false prophets and cult followers. Well, everybody says that about the other side. Everybody's false. Everybody's cult-like. We all say that about each other. What happened to Lavish? Lavish is in school. When we get started a little late, Lavish has to go to school. He's going to school Monday through Thursday. That's why I've got to be better on my time, because Lavish is always running to be in class on time as he's going to school to be a funeral director. Salute, peace, and blessings, Mr. Black Dragon. Thank you so much, Black Warrior Spirit. The West is a machine that manufactures these individuals, especially in us. And it's not just the West. I mean, every group, every country seems to have radicalized young men who are willing to put on cuts or don masks or hoods or whatever the case may be, and do the most outrageous things because young people feel like they live forever and they really get vested in this sort of thing. And yeah, it's really incredible to see how far they go. And you know, you gotta know, or you gotta at least have some thought in your mind that you might get caught. And if you get caught, you gotta know you're gonna spend the rest of your life in jail. These are things that you probably should know, and they don't care. They don't care when they come up there and do these things. This guy gave up his whole life to make a statement. he gave up his whole damn life to do what? What did he give up his life for? It's like a young one percenter who gives up his entire life for the cut, kill somebody in the cut, and after you've killed that person in the cut, now what? Now what? That's the crazy part, preacher.
I know.
They're willing to give it all up, and maybe I was there. I was there. You were there because we did it for the military. I was ready to die if those people said die. I was ready to kill if those people said kill. I was ready to do. You know, I was I fired nuclear weapons if somebody above me had said, okay, it's time to take out Iraq or China or South Korea or North Korea or whatever, I would have pressed that damn button. I know I would have. That's
well, it goes deeper than than that. You know, we did it for our block. Oh, like me, I told certain people they can't walk down my street. We did it in the military. I did it when I got in college. You can't. I did it in high school, and for whatever was on my mind or in my mind as a young teenager, I was ready to take somebody out for simply saying my name. I wasn't radicalized. It was just that was just how I stood. If I didn't want you to say my name and you said my name, there was consequences.
Yeah, preacher, that's radical. That's pretty radical, man.
Well, I'm just saying it doesn't have to be war. I mean, you got little teenage gangsters, gangbangers that have that same mindset. You know, they don't have to. I know we did it in the military. We took an oath to do that. Well, who took an oath in high school? I'm going to rip this street, and that street was there before you was born. You know what I mean?
You do take an oath when you join a gang. You get jumped in or whatever the case may be. That's an oath, and there's a lot that goes on with it. But if we're going to radicalize young people, we need to do it in something like the military, or something that can bring you a paycheck for the rest of your life if you get hurt.
Right.
Rather than put you in prison, looking.
Yeah, go into the Marines or the Army or something like that. You know.
Yeah.
They'll pay you to go do that, but then you still have that mindset. What happens when you get out of the military? That's when we get that PTSD. You know.
You go join a club. You go join a club and you're 50 years old doing the same dumb shit. I don't know, man. we need help out here. We need Jesus. That's what you're for. Black Dragon, on behalf of all the real white people, I apologize you had to go through that on Friday. I never trust Whitey. Chris. Oh, I love you, Chris. Chris, Chris saw that. That guy was crazy. I went and looked at his Facebook page, and that guy, I could not believe when you go look at him because he's got pictures of him like all the way like 15 years old. I mean, he's not very old. And when you see pictures of him before he became a 1%er, he was a clean cut kid. He was such a good looking kid to be 2 years later on this thing, spitting all that goddamn hate like that. Mental confusion in understanding patience and putting in time to achieve something because of the ideology of self-indulgence and instant receiving what they desire. Sad thought process. Absolutely. David Caress, Marshall Applewhite, Jerry Falwell, Jim Jones thought they were doing the Lord's work too. Maybe to some extent they were. Checking in from Flint, Michigan. How's everyone doing this morning? Everyone's doing good. What's up over there in Italy, Henrik Parks? The shooting was messed up. It's also messed up that multiple HBCUs were shut down due to credible threats after the shooting. I had to get my daughter from lockdown on Southern University on Friday. Oh my God. Really? Many HBCUs are called historically black college and universities. I don't know if that was rightly reported. Of course, Tia and I were on vacation up in the mountains up there this weekend in Helen, Georgia. And I heard a lot of people talking about it, but I didn't know that people were threatening historically black colleges and universities.
Yeah, they got bomb threats. They got bomb threats and they cancel classes.
But it wasn't why would a historically black college or university get threatened when
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter for some people. You know,
like
you have rhetoric out there now.
A white guy shoots a white guy from a Republican conservative Christian household shoots somebody and you go blow up a black university? God damn. What the hell is going on? Shit. Being a warrior who becomes a farmer is totally different than a farmer thinking to become a warrior. Yes. There's a reason soldiers are always young people. Yeah, because we fall for anything. That is crazy to me. I didn't know that happened. So a white guy shoots a white guy and you blow up a black university. Holy shit. What on earth is going on? It says fall detected. Do I need help? No, I did not fall. I didn't fall. SOS not sent. Well, what a nice phone. My phone knows if I fell and it would send. Wow, that is crazy. My phone thought I fell, and how would it? I dropped my phone. It never did that. Some kind of way. I had my hand on my phone. My phone thought I fell, and it was going to send an SOS. Wow, maybe somebody's threatening me. Maybe. It knows something I don't know out there. Huh. Wow. Okay, next story. I don't even know what to do with that. I don't even know what to do with that. Hatred. So many people were saying who they thought it was. Hooch Rider says, this is America KKK. So many people were thinking about who they thought it was and who did it and blah, blah, blah. And it turned out to be, Tia said, I was so glad to find out it wasn't someone black. I bet you if it had been somebody black, if you're getting threats to blow up universities and it wasn't even somebody black, what would it have been had it been someone black? A black Democrat. Holy God. We could be in the war right now. I think that it's very, very, very scary. Because what that guy came on Friday with all that stuff. I bet you better not come here to my city or else. Bro gave me the address to where he was. It was a damn near a trailer park, bro. There'd be no reason for me to go there. Not even to whoop your ass. I wouldn't even be found up in that damn wherever the hell it was you were. Lissa says I disabled the fall function. It's crazy. I'm keeping my fall function on. Anyway, let's go to the next story, and I'll get you out of here, preacher. First of all, I'm very proud of you on your ride out there. Tell us how your event went. How was it? How was your event?
The event was good. It was real good. We had it at Independence Harley Davidson. People came out, said they had a great time. You had 3 preachers preaching to bikers. And my actual sermon was about peace. You got to have, before you can have peace anywhere else, you have to have peace within yourself and know where it comes from. Then you can have peace with each other, then peace in the street. Yeah. And then after that, the next day, we had a unity ride where I had an opportunity to talk to some more bikers out here in North Carolina. So we had a great weekend. And I watched the boxing match. So we had a great weekend.
Oh, that boxing match was crazy, wasn't it? That was a hell of a boxing match. He took that guy apart.
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah, it was one hell of a boxing match. Tia and I were up in the mountains. I pulled over and turned Netflix on my telephone. I didn't even know that function. One of the guys in the Red Rum, I ran in a Red Rum motorcycle club up there, and one of the brothers in Red Rum told me that he was going to watch the event right there in Helen, but there was no bar showing that in Helen. And he said, "Oh no, man, I'm bringing it up on my phone. Do you have Netflix?" I go, "Yeah." He goes, "Well, you can watch it on your phone." I never set up Netflix on my phone. Well, obviously I had, because it was right there, and I just Netflix, and that must have been part of the when you first log in on Netflix, maybe when you first bring it up, because I never have logged into Netflix on my phone. I watched the whole damn thing sitting on the side of the road up in Helen. So it was a great fight. Although this is not my big screen TV that I'm used to, but it did work. It was cool. Here's the
we watched it on a 100-foot screen TV.
Nice.
Yeah, it was good.
So if you want to be an outlaw, I always say, if you're going to do some outlaw shit, there's something that you learn in engineering. You learn in the engineering world, if you're building something, you've got 3 things, and you can only have 2 of them. You can't have 3. So you got cheap, fast, and good. Okay. So you're not going to have 3 of these things. You can only have 2 of these things. So if it's going to be cheap, it can't be fast and good. If it's going to be good and you want it fast, then it's not going to be cheap. If you want it good, it's probably not going to be cheap anyway. But you're not going to have all 3. You're not going to have good, fast, and cheap. It ain't happening. And you're only going to get 2 of those. You're either going to get fast and cheap, or good and expensive. You're not going to get all 3 together. And I say that like with being a criminal. If you're going to be a criminal, you got to have 2 of the 3 things right. And so you can't have dope in your car and an effed up license plate. The 2 don't work. You can't have dope in your car, be a felon who can't have a gun and also be speeding. You gotta, some of those things gotta be right. Like, if I'm gonna have dope in my car and I'm a felon, I can't have a gun, I can't be high, I can't be swerving, I can't be following too fast. You gotta have some of the pieces right, my man. Or you're just a flop. You're just a flop. And this is a story of a flop. This is a flop. When I was in the Navy, we called this a flop. So this guy is an alleged member of the Mighty Outlaws Motorcycle Club Nation. And this guy inadvertently got everybody's, he has now exposed the entire upper leadership to police scrutiny, and this is how he did it. This is in Sumner County, Tennessee. A man suspected of being a member of the notorious Outlaws motorcycle club, at least they said club, was taken into custody in Sumner County following a traffic stop along Interstate 65. According to members of the 18th Judicial District Drug Task Force, that's a whole lot going on there. A vehicle was traveling too close to another vehicle. Look at that. What bullshit to pull somebody over on? A vehicle traveling too close to another vehicle. This is why you must be thinking about everything. Am I going too close? So law enforcement stopped the rental truck just because he was falling too close, they said. And what the hell is too close? I mean, a complete judgment call, but it's one they made. Why are you smoking dope in the car and you know you're dirty though? I don't get that. When an agent got too close, when the agent got to the window, right? He immediately smelled marijuana, or at least that's what he said. Why would you be smoking a joint while driving with what we're going to find out he's got in his car? Now, smelling marijuana, I mean, how do you prove that? Is there like a marijuana sniffer? I mean, you got to have, I don't know how cops get away with that. So many people have been arrested for that. I smell marijuana. Now let me search your whole car. But that's what happened to him. So if he was smoking a blunt, bro, or even a reefer cigarette, whatever they are, this is the craziest shit in the world to be doing what you're doing, driving too close. You don't have any of the three things. You don't have any of them right. You're just screwing it all up. Body camera footage shows the stop and the interaction with the driver, a 56-year-old Edward Ferdinand Thiemann, and he's from Chicago. Agent says, "Sir, you got any weapons or anything like that on you? Do you mind if I pat you down?" Thiemann says, "There's a little bit of smoke that I have for myself, but that was it." "Oh, agent, a little bit of weed?" And why is this an agent and not a highway patrol? I'm not understanding why this is an agent now that I think about it. According to the members of the 18th Judicial District Drug Task Force, why is the 18th Judicial Drug Task Force, 18th Judicial District Drug Task Force, out stopping cars for driving too close? That's suspicious as hell. So I was thinking maybe this should be highway patrol officer, but no, this is an agent. Can they even stop you for driving too? Do they have those kind of powers? Wow. Obviously. So he says, yes, a little bit of weed, a little bit of weed. The agent says, how much weed are we talking about? Thiemann says, or Thyman maybe, says, I don't know, about an eighth or something. You know, my fractions have never been good enough to tell somebody I had an eighth of anything. According to the task force, the man is a 15-year member of the Outlaws Motorcycle Club, as well as a convicted felon with previous weapons charges out of Chicago. So if you got a whole bunch going on, you know you're not supposed to be carrying no weapons, right? Authorities said Thiemann was traveling from Illinois to Florida for a celebration of life event of a high-ranking member of the Outlaws Motorcycle Club who recently died. And we want to send out our condolences to the Outlaws MC Nation for that high-ranking member who has passed.
Go further.
Law enforcement told News 2 the Outlaws Motorcycle Club originally started in Chicago, adding the group likes to say that they're not involved in criminal activities, but they are, says him. When authorities went through the convicted felon's vehicle, they found Thiemann's motorcycle colors, patches, jewelry, and a handgun. This doesn't mean the club was involved in this. He wasn't even wearing the shit. They found it when they searched his vehicle. And I always say, man, if you're doing dirty shit, please don't have our colors anywhere around you, bro, because that's the first thing they say is you were doing it for the club. They found his motorcycle colors, patches, jewelry, and a handgun. And none of those things necessarily had anything to do with him being doing dirty shit. In addition, they seized marijuana, THC. I don't know what THC is. Vapes and edibles. Is THC illegal to have? Here it is.
And some places it is.
Oh, these are the gummies, the THC gummies. These are the things that they sell out of the regular old stores I've seen. But some places they're illegal, you say. Here we got some pot, I guess about an eighth. Some rolling paper. They got the little cash, and this is the thing that a convicted felon ain't supposed to have at all. This pistol here, it's getting ugly. Then, even though Thyman said no when an agent asked if he would find any other marijuana or any cocaine inside the vehicle, law enforcement located 11 grams of cocaine hidden in empty battery compartments. Whew. Authorities also made, here's a rare discovery. Here's the shittiest part of it all. Authorities found a printout with the names, addresses, and aliases of every high-ranking Outlaws motorcycle club member across the country. Who carries that shit? Who does that? Why would you write that on a piece of paper? Print it out? Or anything like, what the fuck was that? What was that, preacher?
I have no idea. That's like putting your password on a piece of paper and putting it up under your keyboard.
Is that the first place they lift up the keyboard? News 2 asked the task force member about why this was such an important bust. Because of who this individual is and what he is a part of. To be the Outlaws motorcycle gang and them being involved in criminal activity across the United States and across the world, an agent explained. Not only are they involved in things like narcotics distributions, but they're involved in murders, thefts, extortion, all kinds of criminal activity across the United States. And I'll add, and now we know who the bosses are. Who does this? According to officials, Thyman was booked into the Sumner County Jail on June 19th. He's charged with possession of Schedule II controlled substances with the intent to manufacture, deliver, sell, possession of a Schedule VI controlled substance with the intent to manufacture, deliver, or sell, possession of a firearm during the commission of dangerous felonies, and possessions of weapon by a person that's been a convicted felon. Jail records indicate the 56-year-old is scheduled to appear in court for his arraignment hearing on September 26th. Man, that guy might die in prison, bro.
Just crazy, man.
But he's got the rest of us all taken down with his ass because he didn't have, like I said, you gotta have some of the, you can't have all three of the things be fucked up. You gotta have some of the pieces gotta be right, preacher. Some of the pieces gotta be right.
Right. You're right.
If you're gonna be a convicted felon carrying dope in your battery compartment, don't be driving too close, drive in the daytime. You can't be smoking a blunt if you got, like, they can't have any reason to be pulling. Come on, man. Come on. Come on. Get some of the pieces right, man.
That sounds like that might have been ATF.
You know, all the bros are depending on you to have your shit together, man. Being outlaw means you are against government bullcrap. It means you live life on your own terms, not these fake fools you see in some clubs. Yes, Ghost Eagle Guardian, it's good to see you today. I'm just disappointed. I'm just disappointed for the organization. Like I'm sure God, if you're the leader in there and your name is on, you're just like, man, I didn't even. Oh my God, man! I just woke up this morning to this. This has nothing to do with me. I didn't even know that guy. He's not even in my chapter. What the hell? What's he doing with my name on the list? Yeah, you're just sick at this point. You just wake up sick. Like, yeah, I didn't even know they knew my name. They know it now. I feel sorry for those dudes. Like, Now somebody's gonna be tapping my phone and shit. They weren't even tapping my phone last week. Here I am. You hear this in your phone. Just want to say what's up at work. Can't hear. Left my headphones at home and I'm mad. Oh, I'm sorry, man. Lissa says, don't be mad. Just look at it. Delane says, just watch it, man. I have a soft spot for the Outlaws. I know, Lissa. I know you do. I have a soft spot for their ass right now, too. That's ugly, man. Yeah, the lawman probably acted off a hunch. The lawman probably acted off of a hunch and hit the jackpot. Yeah, he wasn't even probably doing his. He was just probably like, didn't even want to do it. Man, I don't even want to search this car and do the paperwork, but let me go ahead. Jackpot. I get a raise, man. Ding, 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 ding. Alan says, what a smart fellow. Well, I don't think they're going to be too happy with his ass. THC is deed and deeds. His Black Warrior spirit. Oh, my goodness, man. Anyway, we're at 45 minutes. Yep. We're right at an hour. Okay, it's time to go, preacher. Where are you at, man? You're on your way back to Dallas?
I'm on my way back to Dallas right now. Yeah, we rolling. We're somewhere on the highway.
So you passed by Georgia yet again, is what I'm to understand, and didn't stop in to see the Black Dragon. Is that what I'm
well, had to get back. We got to get back, man.
You don't have to get back. What do you got to get back for? You got the day off. You could have stopped in and hung out with Black Dragon for a minute. That's all right.
Preachers got work to do, man. Don't think we real preachers.
I have a soul that needs saving too.
Well, I hope you don't need us if you want to be saved. All you got to do is accept.
Oh, here we go. I need ministry. Well, I got my own preacher. I got my very own preacher who doesn't even stop by to see me. What kind of preacher is that?
He is not a member of Solomon's Porch Church. He's a pseudo member. I love him to death, and I minister to him and I pray for him all the time.
It's not the same as being in person. Can you imagine if Jesus walked into the room? That would be just like, wow! Oh, thank you for stopping by.
Hey man, let me go so I can get in here and peel out of this hoodie and everything. It's getting hot out here.
Oh yes, sir. All right, take care. Hey, let me get you out of here. Here's your music. Here we go.
All right.
And action. Oh, wrong music.
Yo, what's up, everybody? This your boy Logic on the road again, killing these warrior miles. Listen, when you out here riding in peace. When you're interacting with people, have peace in your heart, and then you can be able to communicate with them. But let me get back out here on the road, ride hard, ride safe, and always ride on faith and keep it logical. Peace.
All right, man. Thank you. Take care. Ride safely, preacher.
Yes, sir.
And it's your boy Black Dragon. Thanks for tuning in. Hey, make sure you get my newest book, Motorcycle Club Protocol 101, Motorcycle Club Protocol 101, available on Amazon, Kindle, and at blackdragonsgear.com. Hey, man, be safe out there, man. The radicalization, I wish it would go away, man. If people are hating each other and killing each other and threatening each other, threatening universities and stuff. Terrifying, man. Keep your head on a swivel. Keep your head on your six, bro, and keep your six shooter loaded in your pocket. You might need it. I'm Black Dragon. That's my 2 cents. Love to hear your 2 cents in the comment section below. Thanks for tuning in, and get skinny. And as soon as I find the right button, we're out of here. Peace.
It's definitely a big issue for you too. But I'm going to talk about the 99s for a minute. What's up, Mama Roll? I'm going to talk about the 99s for a minute and what our responsibilities are and what we need to think about. Because if you don't really know what's going on the set, you can find yourself in kind of a precarious predicament if you make the wrong kind of moves or do the wrong kind of things when this kind of stuff goes on. So, when percenters get into a war with one another, what should 99%ers do? Here's 10 things you should know. Thing number 1, stay in your lane.
Yeah, you heard that, didn't you? On other levels, tried to tell you suckers, Black Dragon is the man. The Black Dragon is the man, a real OG, bonafide, certified, a true MC, the Biker Boys, the Biker Boys. It's in the house, so most definitely blow the whistle for Black Dragon, Biker TV. That's right, I said Biker TV. See, one day, young Dragon made his way out the Navy to become a prospect. Some people thought he was crazy, but 5 years later, hard work became a habit. He became the president of the mighty Black Savage Nation. MCs, y'all, respectfully. Black Dragon, Black Savage, MC. That's right, y'all. Give it a thumbs up. Black Dragon's Biker TV at his best. Oh yeah, and don't forget to get his prospect Bible book. So proud of him. Man, he just don't know. He's a real legend. And y'all know it, and I know it. That's right, Black Dragon. That's right. Glad I met you, my friend. Black Dragon, I'm the Midnight Ghost Rider. The V, y'all. Love you, Black Dragon. Peace. And get skinny. Like and share. Goodbye.
Prepare yourself to take the helm as president of your mighty motorcycle club by delving into the pages of Black Dragon's newest book, The President's Bible, Chronicle 1, Principles of Motorcycle Club Leadership. There you will learn to advance your skills in applying the 14 scientific principles of leadership similar to those taught to officers in the United States Naval Service. Available in hardcover, paperback, and ebook. Get yours today on Amazon, Kindle, or order it at your local bookstore. Order your autographed copy from blackdragonsgear.com. Be the best motorcycle club president you can be. Get the book.